What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What we're doing today is going to be a reverse sear American Wagyu New York strip steak. This strip steak was provided to me by a company by the name of Snake River Farms. If you belong to my channel, you know I've done 2 of their steaks already, and they were amazing. In the description below, I'm going to leave a little bit of company information as well as a coupon code should you want to go by there, take a look and see what they have. The coupon code is going to be No Hippie Barbecue. Anyway, what we're going to be cooking it on today is going to be my Camp Chef Woodwind with the side sear box. I think that is going to be the perfect unit to cook this thing on. Anyway, I'm taking some cooking instructions from a guy that I know that is really into steaks and things like that. And what he suggested that I do is go ahead and do a dry brine on this with some salt and let it sit in the refrigerator for 5 days. So that's what we've done. So at this point, I just need to bring this up to room temperature before we get it on out there. But before we get it on the grill, I gotta bring you guys in to take a look at the marbling on this steak. So this is what the marbling looks like on this steak. Like I said, we've had it in the refrigerator for about 5 days, and that is some good looking marbling right there. Go ahead and flip it over. Man, even looks better from that side. Anyway, I'm going to let this sit out. It's probably going to sit out for about an hour, hour and 20 minutes to come up to room temperature before we get it on this grill. In the meantime, I'm going to go get in a little bit more comfortable attire. So we have our grill up to 250 degrees. We're going to go ahead and put our steak on here. Now I did go ahead and add some generous amounts of pepper on that steak once it got to room temperature. I'm going to cook this until I get to right at about 100 degrees internal temperature. Just check this temperature. We're at 101 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and just set it aside for now. I have my side sear box over here getting heated up. We got this side sear box humming. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sear off some of this fat that's on the side before I actually even throw it meat side down. And I'm just going to set this here for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Now I'm doing this for a couple reasons. First of all, because I do want to render that fat, but second of all, it does get these grill grates nice and oily, for lack of a better term. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw it down. I'm going to let this go for about a minute, and then we're going to give it a 1/4 of a turn. Alright, that's a minute. Let's go ahead and turn it. Alright, that's 1 more minute. Let's hit the other side. Gonna go another minute. I'm gonna go ahead and just check the internal temperature right quick. And we're doing fine. We're right around 112-ish, so we should be good to go. Don't have to worry about overcooking this since we only cooked it to 100 to begin with. There's another minute. That's a nice little mahogany color right there. That is the last minute. Let's go ahead and take this off the grill. We'll let it sit for about 5 minutes, then we'll go ahead and cut into it. Let me turn off this side box. It's a wrap. So that's a close-up of this steak. I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the bone before we go ahead and cut into it. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, one thing I did notice was dry brining this definitely gave this steak a different color. The outside of the steak was more of a mahogany color than the other 2 steaks that I did. The inside, I think that salt kind of penetrating in kind of gave it more of a brownish outside of it. Not necessarily that it's bad, just a different look to it. Anyway, I haven't tasted this yet. It's time for me to get into this. Like I said, these steaks were provided by Snake River Farms. go down the description box, take a look at what they got. If you see something you like, go ahead and enter that coupon code NoHippieBBQ. Get you a bit of a discount on it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get in. I'm telling you, that American Wagyu, it's like butter. Very well marbled, very tasty. One thing I will tell you, and this is the first time I've dry brined anything for 5 days. Matter of fact, I really don't even do it for a day. That salt did get penetrated deep into this meat. Of all the steaks I've cooked from Snake River Farms, I think this technique is what I like the best. I may not dry brine it for 5 days. I might go a day or two on it. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but I think the color on some of the other ones I cooked might have been a little bit better. Anyway, you know what? It doesn't matter if my guest taste tester doesn't like it, so Frankie, come here. You want a little treat? Come here. All right, this is Frankie right here. See what she thinks. Dang, girl. I think she killed that one. You want some, Penny? You want some, Penny? All right, let's see what Penny thinks. Looks like she killed it too. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie BBQ. You know I appreciate it. As always, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.